So the day has come. Project Overkill is finally making a comeback. If you don't know what this is my 2009 F750 with a Cummins motor, manual transmission, 33,000 GVW. I have a whole entire playlist on this of what it was when I got it to where it is today. If you want to see more about this and the modifications and changes we're going to be making on this truck to get it to be a good working truck again, stick around. I'm JC Smith. I'm going to show you what we're going to do.
Whoa, whoa! There's a bungee. Boy, it's tight too. Okay. There's a bungee got hooked on there. Finally moving this box out of here. It's sat here for, gosh, probably 3 years. I don't know.
Man, who knew? There's a bay here with a floor. God, we haven't seen this floor in over 3 years. Cannot wait to get this cleaned up. Oh, this is so much better. I haven't seen this shop like this in over 3 years, because that's how long Project Overkill has sat here. Every year, about this time, we try and do a cleansing. We try to go through some stuff, load up what we don't want, get the stuff that goes to scrap, get it into scrap, the stuff that just needs thrown away, throw it away, sift through parts, make a decision on if it's something we need to keep or just get rid of it. So that brings us to this box. This box is the parts we were going to use when we were going to put the motor in the C10. Originally, that motor was a carbureted engine, and we were going to go to fuel injected because that was right at that crossover where you could have a 305 350 with a throttle body or with a carburetor. So in here is everything to take a carbureted truck, the old square body, and use one of the center bolt head motors and put this all together and have your throttle body fuel injection. So that is the intake, the throttle body, the ECM, the wiring harness, the Y-pipe, manifold accessories, fan shroud, intake, bolts, oil pan, timing covers, timing, I don't even know what else. There's so much crap in here. And then we have the motor. I sent the motor out to machine shop to have it looked at. So it is all fresh. The block is ready to go. The heads are ready to go. The crank's ready to go. We have new spark plugs. Now remember, that was supposed to be a rebuilt motor that came from Summit. We have spark plugs, oil pump, rods, mains, cam, lifters. We have everything to put that back together. New gasket set as well. That engine was never started. It just had a faulty cam from the factory. So we tore it down to get a look at it and what have you, and deemed it needed that stuff. So it's all ready to go, but honest to God, I'm never going to put that thing in something, because I feel like it's not worth the effort for me when I could take one of the LS motors I have and have, you know, a much better result. I also have something for the two-stroke fans out there that are always telling me I should put a two-stroke in something. Underneath this plastic is the 353 two-stroke Detroit that came out of my backhoe. That thing, we got it to run, and then the shaft of the blower broke. The vanes did. And it probably had crap in it from before. They were probably trying to get it started with a ridiculous amount of starting fluid. They burnt the starter up. And we got it to run for a little while, and then it locked up, but that's why. It's all apart, but it's all here. And I've got a brand new starter for it that, you know, actually started like 5 or 6 times. But that needs to get out of here too. So if your guy has a project you want to put a 353 in, get it 3 cylinders, 53 cubic inch per cylinder. That's what that is. Came out of my backhoe. I'm not putting in anything because I'm not a two-stroke fan. I need to do some maintenance on the old John Deere skid steer. It hasn't been in this shop in probably 3 years. It's been in the other shop, sitting around. It's been outside, but we got to do some maintenance. It's due for an oil change, some filters, a grease job, and it's got a little bitty leak on a hose right up in here on this side. Not enough to leave a drip, but it's getting damp there, so we want to make sure we get that taken care of too. Now that this side is kind of cleaned up, we got some stuff coming. We got some changes we're going to be making. It's kind of a big deal for us, but we'll talk about that later. Let's get the F750 in the other shop, get a look at it, get an assessment. I want to pressure wash that thing real quick because it is a mess. And then we'll get an assessment of it and see what all we're going to do to it. And then we're also going to get this truck done. If I can ever get anybody to make my parts, we'll get this truck done too. So let's get on to Project Overkill.
Well, it's finally getting a bath after all those years in the garage. It was covered, but it's still got a ton of dust under the tarp. Yeah, it's pretty bad. I couldn't even see out of the windshield when I was trying to steer it.
That's a little better. Not great, a little better. But let's get it into the other shop now and hopefully get going on getting some work done. Now that we've got this truck in this shop, hopefully we can continue the momentum that we've got, because we seem to get a lot more work done in this shop. You know, there's more room, it's brighter, you know, it's just easier to get stuff done in here. It's set up a little better. So anyways, the next step and the intentions are to make this truck run and drive. Gets at least one fuel tank, maybe two, battery box. We got to get a couple tires on, a couple wheels, mud flaps, brake lights, tail lights, backup lights, 7-pin connectors for the two different trailer plugs, and air brakes to the rear. We've got them back here already. We just need to finish them up. We got some wiring to tend to here, and front bumper and some interior stuff. I'm going to go gather up all the parts that I have laying around that we can use, and I hope to doll this thing up enough that it looks good again and it can run and drive, and then it's up for sale. And then if it doesn't sell, we're going to bring it back in and we're going to do a little bit more work to it. And style of fuel tank I need, it's called a D tank, D style tank. And this one here is a little bit short for this truck, really. It could be moved back a little bit, would be nice, but we use what we had. I don't have any more of these, and I'd like to have it a little bit longer. I thought about putting steps here, and I'll show you a picture of a couple step. Well, I have two of these step toolbox I was thinking about using, but I think they're too small. So I'm gonna go see about another fuel tank, see what that looks like. So I have two of these. They're off a Freightliner M2. They are 50 gallons each. That's acceptable. The height is good. The width is good. I could probably use this one on the other side because they fit so well. I could put the fuel fill at the back instead of the front, which I prefer them back here anyways. It's got center units on both tanks. I don't necessarily need that. I only need one. But it's set up to where you could draw off of both and return to both. So that would be okay. I had these polished for another truck, and then we ended up selling the truck and never used them. I don't have the brackets for it or the straps, but I'm sure we can come up with something. I think it'll look all right. We'll have to put some steps on the brackets, of course, but that's okay. If I get some nice stainless steel brackets to go on there, that'd be all right. That would look pretty good. Anyways, I have got to go take care of some other stuff. I got to go gather up a bunch of parts. So let's call a video here. And when we come back, we'll start getting to work on hopefully whatever tank solution we have. We got some lights and mud flaps we got to put in the back. We're missing some wheels and tires for the back. We have to get a bumper on the front, a battery box. We got to get all the air lines to the back for the trailer air brakes. The 7-pin connectors got to get on. And whatever we're going to do with these. I don't think we're going to use these quarter fenders. I picked these up a long time ago. I mocked them up on this thinking they were good enough, and I'm just not happy with them. They're dented, they're bent, they're, you know, I think this is a nicer truck than what those are. So we might just go look for something else. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this and you're ready for this build. I hope to get this truck up and going. The idea is to get it running and driving, and it'll be up for sale once it is able to be ran, and drove. And if it doesn't sell and I get more time, I'm going to put a fifth wheel on, a regular semi fifth wheel, and a gooseneck plate as well. And that way, as long as I have it, I can use it for moving my stuff. So anyways, hope you're looking forward to it. Thanks for watching, and catch you on the next one.